Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the weekly comic roundup. We've got a decently sized haul, so let's start things off with Phoenix #4. Where we left off, Phoenix had fought the Black Order with basically at the behest of her father-in-law, Corsair, and she defeated them. However, after the fight, they uh, apparently spoke with Pericus, so seemingly about their boss joining Pericus. And so the issue begins on Throne World 2, the capital of specifically the capital city of the Kree Skrull Alliance. Captain Marvel and Jean are basically enjoying a celebration of the Alliance. And Carol gives Jean some advice. Basically just reminding her that the universe that Jean is here to protect isn't all scary space monsters. But there are plenty of those. It can be pretty cool. And Jean's allowed to experience it. To take a break from punishing herself. And Carol kind of points out that her and Jean are not all that different. After, she basically had to, control her binary powers, but and Carol suggests that Jean give the people of Throne World 2 a show, and so she does. But Carol's got to get back. Heads to Earth, but anyways, at the proscenium, the meeting place of the Galactic Council, Gladiator is advocating for not so much the killing the Phoenix, but controlling her. And Pybok says that the last time he appeared, Glider appeared before the council with to discuss the Phoenix. It resulted in the in Jean Grey's entire family line being killed. But the council basically says that they're not, Jean hasn't done anything. But if she does something, hey, they'll take action. But if not, there's no point to taking action. Gladiator states that it's going to be a situation of, it's going to be a matter of when Jean Grey loses control, not if. But Pericus pops up. And basically states that says that he agrees with Gladiator, and he wants to prove that Gladiator is right. But while Jean is enjoying the celebration on Throne World, she's contacted telepathically, but it has to cut these short. Um, as Gore the God Butcher has contacted her to basically draw her out and hopefully destroy her. So she goes to the Temple of Creation, and she fights Gore. And she kind of says that, you know, a part of her can't really fault Gore for his crusade against gods, but the two of them duke it out, and it seems that Jean is killed, but the Phoenix resurrects her. While this is happening, Pericus is observing, having basically set Gore on Phoenix, and Tybok says, you know, if Pericus was trying to demonstrate the horrible power of the Phoenix, watching Gore kill the Phoenix doesn't really prove the point. But of course, the Phoenix's force of rebirth brings Jean back, and she goes back stronger. And that is where the issue ends. It's using basically there's a certain kind of evil that helps that brings down those basically who aren't doing anything wrong through legal means. But yeah. Anyways, moving on to our next book, we've got Conquest 2099, number 1. Following up the recent Annihilation 2099 miniseries, where this where Annihilation left off, Dracula had taken over planet known as Midas and gathered allies. All and was intending to return to go to the new vampire homeworld that Spider-Man 2099 had told him of. So he is out to meet his allies. Death Form, a Skrull reborn as Dracula's hunter. Killpath, a Sicarian reborn as Dracula's wayfinder. Excuse me. Nightforge, a Shi'ar, reborn as weaponsmith, and Gravehunter, a Badoon, reborn as scavenger. He also made an ally of the Darkhawk. And because of the planet Midas' tortures of the residents' tortures of Dracula and his new captains, he basically turned the entire planet into vampires. And so, Dracula has a ship taking them to the vampire homeworld. On Earth, Spider-Man 2099 deals with junk pile of the X-Men, or formerly of the X-Men, delivering them into delivering to the X-Men. Junk pile's not exactly a welcome sight. He only ever brings up his status as a mutant as when he needs something. But he's imprisoned back with Dracula. They arrive at the vampire homeworld. Apparently it was decimated recently. Dracula finds his daughter. She shows him telepathically what happened. Things were going great, but an invading force led by called the Iranians, with living dreadnoughts and led by a man named Spidercide, sacked the planet. The Silver Surfer observes Dracula burying his daughter and calling for vengeance. But back on Earth, the Black Widow 2099 has a message to deliver. With emergency clearance, and she talks about her brother Spidercide, but she's interrupted by the arrival of the last Nova, the mutant known mostly as Logan. This leads to a fight between the other heroes. The X-Men aren't too exactly fond of Wolverine, and Wolverine is not exactly fond of Black Widow, that particular one. Basically saying that since Black Widow's an Iranian, well, the apple's not going to fall far from the tree. And the issue ends with Spider-Man and Nova going at it. Interesting start. How best to start off a crossover of an intergalactic war than with two of the heroes fighting each other. Moving on though to our last moment, we've got Ewoks #1. I do appreciate the fact that the caravan of carnage bit on the cover, nice little nod to the old made for TV Ewoks movies from the early to mid 80s. Anyways, this is taking place around the same time. Uh, well, let's say shortly after Battle of Jakku #1. Uh, Basically, assuming this because of how Wicket tells the story of the rebels. Basically stating that Princess Leia got married in the Ewok village. But with Moff Adelhard's fleet, one of the survivors of Endor arrives, General Moyata. Apparently, General Moyata's ship escaped the fourth moon, but the frigate was shattered by debris from the Death Star. He drifted with other survivors until they jettisoned themselves to save air for the general. A likely story. And he was the ranking officer. They were doing that for the ranking officer, but apparently he was in charge of a weapons depot buried on the forest moon, and it's vast, and well, the Imperial Remnant does need weaponry, so no, Koyata is given an advance of credits to hire a field team to return to Endor, retrieve the weapons, and Koyata will have Adelhard's trust. He fails, and apologies will be the least of his concerns. Back on Endor, the Ewoks are having a council, council meeting, a Bright Tree Village, but an Ewok known as Midro speaks up. He's kind of he's part of the community of Bright Tree Village, but doesn't live in the village. He lives on his own. However, in the Solemn Swamp Forest, General Koyata's shuttle with his ground team has crashed. The ground team consists of 4 LOM, Zuckuss, another bounty hunter, Cole Orvank, as well as a biker scout from the Forest Moon that was on Endor. But they're promptly attacked by Dulocs. Oh shit! You gotta be kidding me. And Zuckuss is mistaken for a deity, the adversary, and but there's also mention of the Red Ghost, which appears to be a red-furred Ewok. Wicket and Midro are talking, but they come upon a beast that's been caught in one of Midra's snares. And Wicket accidentally gets excited and frees the beast, but Midro manages to subdue it, though it escapes. However, Wicket and Midro return to Bright Tree Forest, and Zuckuss is addressing the Ewoks there on behalf of the adversary, stating that they come in peace, and a peace that the Ewoks would be wise not to test. And that is where the issue ends. Good start. I'm digging it. I also appreciate the fact of canonizing the Duloc. The Dulocs. As far as I know, the Dulocs only ever appeared in the mid '80s Ewoks cartoon, so it's nice to have some canonicity to them. But anyways, that's gonna do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. Big shout out to Patreon patron Red Band of the Penis. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.